So let's talk about charismatic presence. It's the core of my work. To me, what charismatic presence is the ability to be who you are, fully, without apology, overflowing with your yumminess. And that is a professional term. Your yumminess, with eyeballs on you when the pressure to come through is high. And I actually believe we are born with this. There is not one being on this planet that doesn't start out with that activated charismatic presence. We are magnetic simply by being human. Our life force is what is attractive. Our life force is what is magnetic. But what happens as we move into the world is that we start to listen to people when they say things like, use your indoor voice, and shh. We start to tamp ourselves down. We start wanting to impress. We start wanting people to like us, hire us. We worry, am I doing it right? Am I getting it right? And once we start worrying about those things, our charismatic presence, which is naturally just so magnificently, radiantly huge, just gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. But I feel it's our right and our duty to magnify our charismatic presence. And I feel that the greatest leaders in the world, the greatest communicators in the world, and the most effective humans in the world are those that just get out of their own way and just be. And I want to make this perfectly clear. This isn't about perfection. This is about being your beautiful, flawed, wonderful, magnificent self, especially when it matters. Speaking up in a conversation, stepping onto the speaking platform and sharing your message, getting in front of your people and sharing a vision, something that you want to march toward together, helping to pitch an idea so that someone actually thinks, you know what, I'm going to throw some money at that. So you can really actualize your dream and make a difference in people's lives. There are 5 presence principles that are at the core of charismatic presence. They're all, by the way, based on my history as an actor and as a performer. These are tools and techniques I learned coming up in New York City and in Hollywood. And I use them for myself because, let me tell you, I was one of the most inconsistent auditioners for the longest time. I would go into my auditions and sometimes be just absolutely marvelously relaxed and awesome. And then other times I would walk in and be really intimidated by the situation and my little Eleni flaps would shut and my charismatic presence would reduce. So, you know, I had to learn. I had some incredible teachers in New York and in Los Angeles help me come to myself. Know thyself. This is what actors have to most learn how to do. You have to learn who you are. What do you bring to it? What are your unique attributes, qualities, gifts? I call them your blessings. And what are your blocks? What are the things that get in your way, that hold you back? What aren't you so good at that needs to be broadened, deepened, improved, maximized? The second one, be thyself, means being able to show up. And that takes some real courage, right? Especially when you've got a camera this far away from you, or you step into an audience of people who maybe you consider to be in a position a little further down the line than you might be in your career, who you feel might be judging you. The third principle is prepare thyself, which I could talk about all day. That means not just the material at hand, but preparing what I call your presence planes, your 3 presence planes. Your physical presence, the meat suit that you inhabit, your vocal presence, getting that all ready to rock, and that, well, energetic presence. It's the vibe that you're putting out that's dictated by Mo and Schmo, actually. It's getting out of your own way energetically. So preparing is huge, from preparing the material to internalizing it, to preparing your head. All of these things matter. And then commit thyself. Commit thyself to making bold choices in the moment. Ban wishy-washy, that's what I like to say. And by that, I mean, commit to the moment at hand and commit to what you're saying. Don't back off of yourself. Say it and mean it. Take your flag planted in it. And then the fifth is turn thyself on so you can turn other people on. We want you to be as activated as possible. That means using the gifts that you have, doing the things that you love, that get you excited, so you can help get your audience turned on or excited. When you're excited and you're enthusiastic and you bring energy, those things translate to your audience as well. There's nothing worse than a speaker or a leader who gets up in front of a group, a little group or a big group, who's like a little limp noodle, just doesn't bring anything to it from that standpoint. Charismatic presence, in my estimation, is not about some kind of outside stuff. It's about allowing the inside stuff to come forth. These are the essence of what I know, what I do, and what I teach. These are the principles that help people get in front of other people and shine, and allow them to say things to me like, I hit my presentation out of the park, or I actually spoke up at the board meeting today and shared an idea instead of sitting there and thinking I should do it. And you know what? They listened, we talked about it for 10 minutes, and I think I'm going to try doing that again. This is the hardest thing for most of the people that I work with. They're always asking me, are you sure? Are you sure I should tell that story, that personal story? And I always say, yes, 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 yes. Of course you must. When you dare to reveal, you create a bond with your audience. They can connect with you in ways that they never would have before. Human to human, heart to heart, soul to soul.